we're just hours away from one of the most talked about Husker football games in recent memory, as the nation's eyes will be upon Boulder, Colorado and Deion Sanders. And that's where we find our own prime time players, Dave Griek, sports director Darren Winberg. Hey guys, how's it going?
We're doing well, Colleen. The drive was wonderful. Coming into this beautiful stadium, you couldn't have asked for a better day. Welcome live here from Folsom Stadium. Dave Griek, I'm Darren Winberg. Dave, how great is it to be back here?
Well, I got to say, first and foremost, I'm very excited that I have not been escorted off the premises because I'm wearing the red coat. Now, I had to retire the red with the black sequence because every time we do a big red rundown, Nebraska seems to lose. So that thing's out. This one's in. We'll see if it brings any good luck. Although, black and gold is the colors, and there are some wasps hovering. I think they might be like little drones that Coach Prime has hired to attack me if I get too loud with my red coat.
Yeah, he is loud. We are loud, but that's what we're all about. Now, let's talk a little X's and O's. The air, it is tight. We've ran up and down the stadium steps a few times. I am gassed. How is that going to affect Nebraska?
Listen, I'm from Colorado. I was acclimated to the altitude for so many years, and now I'm realizing, boy, there's an actual element here. When you try to go up 100 steps, it's kind of 50, but they're two doubles, so it's 100 steps. I'm huffing and puffing. I did not huff and puff like this when I lived here, and even a few years back, I probably would have been fine. So I think maybe the old age, but also the altitude is actually a factor that I never realized was true.
Yeah, it's definitely a factor. Let's talk offense.
Yes.
Nebraska, they've thrown the ball for 114 yards. We know about Jeff Sims' interceptions, but they need to run the ball. How can running the ball, getting those first downs, keeping Colorado's offense on the sideline, how's that going to help?
I think that's the most important thing. If you keep CU on the sideline, Shedeur Sanders, and that potent offense, you got a chance if you're in Nebraska. They have to do better at winning the battle at the line of scrimmage, which is something Nebraska has just trifled through over the years. They have not been able to get the LOS and win the point of contact, right? So if they can do that, they got a chance to continue drives and to keep their offense, CU's offense, off the field.
Coach Prime, he's a character. Everyone loves him. All eyes are going to be on Boulder tomorrow. What can we expect from Coach Prime in that offense?
Well, I tell you what, that offense was electric last week against Texas Christian. I saw 80% completion from Shedeur Sanders. He said it himself after the game, he's never had a contest like this. And he did it against TCU on a national television stage against a nationally ranked squad. He looked great. 4 different receivers caught a pass in receiving yards for over 100 yards. Not one specific pass, but they had enough passes that they all had over 100 yards. It was just an offense that was so many different weapons. Nebraska's going to have to find a way to combat the speed and the ability to spread the ball.
Love it. This is electric calling. We wish you were here, but guess what? We'll stay here and we'll keep your seat warm for you up in the press box after we run up there. Reporting live from Folsom Field. For Dave Griek, I'm Darren Winberg. Colleen, back to you.
All right, looking forward to your coverage, guys. Thank you.
Welcome back, guys. Dave Griek, Darren Winberg here at Folsom Field. Yes, we are on your TV everywhere. But why wouldn't we be? This is such a beautiful field, Dave. How great is it to be here?
It's pretty wild to actually be here again. I got to come back here in 2009 when I first got the job at NTV. Black Friday, Nebraska versus Colorado. The Cornhuskers won then. We're hoping that they can do the same tomorrow.
We are. And guess what? We're going to shift our focus and do a little wager talk. This is Wager Talk with Dave 1 and 1.
Hey, it's legal in Nebraska now.
Yes,
if you didn't know that.
It is legal. So Nebraska, we all know, 9.5-point favorites in the summer after Colorado, the Buffs literally storming, crushing TCU by 3 points. The line has now moved to anywhere from 2.5 to 3 points. From that standpoint, where do you lie on this?
Well, when I watched Colorado play TCU, I said to myself, this line might be a touchdown because it's at home, because of the way they played in front of the nation on that Saturday. Everybody was watching because of Coach Prime. I thought, wow, this is going to be something where it's a touchdown favorite. It's 3 points, which is normally standard for a home team. So if it stays there, I guess it makes sense. When it was 9.5 in favor of Colorado, or in favor of Nebraska, I had no idea why. For a variety of reasons, but I did not think 9.5 was a good number for Nebraska. I think it's probably more in par with where it should be, but seeing that much money moving to Colorado and still on Colorado makes me believe Nebraska is going to keep this closer and they might pull off the upset.
Yeah, I would agree with you. And also remember, 87 transfer players. A lot of people saw Colorado for the first time. And we all know his famous, I'm bringing the Louis, I'm bringing it. We all know that speech. But a lot of people didn't know what to expect from Colorado. We know Travis Hunter. We know Shedeur Sanders. 4 receivers over 100 yards.
Each.
Exactly.
Right.
So we know what that brings. So I don't necessarily think Vegas knew what was happening early on. Now that they kind of know, the line has moved. But again, Nebraska can slow things down, run the ball, get that first down. I seen their offense firsthand when I was in Philadelphia. Chip Kelly. If you can stop them from getting their first down and getting them 3 and out, well, that high-paced, fast-paced offense is not going to work. Shedeur Sanders and that offense, high-powered offense, is going to be on the sideline. And in turn, Nebraska is going to be able to control the clock and, in turn, keep it to within 2.5.
Nebraska has to keep this game slow tempo because Colorado likes to move at a pace and they like to throw the football, which means every time there's an incompletion, there were not many for Shedeur Sanders, but every time there's an incompletion, the clock stops, giving them more time to operate rather than having that clock funnel off throughout the course of the contest. So if Nebraska can stick to the running game and the defense can stand tall against a very vaunted offense, Nebraska has a chance to at least keep it close, and you never know what's going to happen. One bounce of the ball. Plus, let's look at the turnovers. Nebraska was -3, Colorado was +1. Colorado won by 3 points. Nebraska lost by 3 points.
And you flip those around. You flip even 2 turnovers. Nebraska wins that game. And I think, because before this game, I have people just like you do. If Nebraska wins this game, Nebraska is favored by 2.5 going into this week. So with that being said, I think you and I are both high on Nebraska with the points.
With the points. Keyword.
For Dave Griek, I'm Darren Winberg. Back to you guys in the studio.